Hello again, I'm back. Thank you. And in this course, we'll be using a number of online resources, especially since we have to run this course online. That's okay. In this video, we'll go over a few of the most important online resources we'll be using. And to do that, we will switch over to a PowerPoint slideshow. The first thing we have to focus on is which browser to use. Now, there are many choices among browsers. There's Internet Explorer, Edge, Firefox, Safari. All those are very good. But probably the best one right now is Google Chrome. It's free, it's fast, it's secure, it's pretty standard, and it works really well with all the software that we'll be using. So try to use that one, and then if you have any problems, I can help you out a little more quickly than if you can on the other one. So use Google Chrome. It works really nicely. Now, where can you get information on the course? Well, I set up a nice little website here. This is my own little website called CSA105.com. And we can use this in addition to Blackboard. Now, Blackboard will be the main place to get information about the course, to get assignments and things like that. But in cases where you can't get into Blackboard, you can go to this website. There's no password required. You can just type in CSA105.com on your browser. It goes right in there and you can get information. So especially for the first few weeks, I'll put everything out there. So in case you can't get into Blackboard, you can still get into this site and get the information you need. Okay, later on, we'll probably be doing mostly work on Blackboard. What do you need for the course? Basically two things. You need a textbook or access code, either one or the other, okay? And if you get the access code, that's fine because you can get access to an online version of the textbook. So you can get the traditional paper-bound book or a access code, which gives you an online version. And there's a nice little online version, which is very inexpensive. I'll tell you about in a second there. The second thing you need is a computer, a Windows computer, preferably, because that's what you'll be using when you go to working on a job. Although Macs are great. I have a Mac. I'm using one right now. But it's better if you have a Windows computer. So, but you do need one or the other. Okay. In fact, you could do really fine with a Macintosh. It works great. You'll have no problem at all that I can see on there. But in that case, if you're going to buy a computer, I suggest you buy a Windows one right now. You save a little money. But that's okay. If you have a Mac, that's right. And if you don't have a computer, okay, let me know. We have to do something about that because you need a computer. You definitely need a computer. And the textbook options, there are three of them, okay? If you go to the bookstore, there are two options on the left, okay? You can get the top one there, which is the traditional book, which is $123, which is pretty good, okay? They lowered the price quite a bit. And then below that, there's this other book here, which is an access code, okay? Just an access code. It's just $2 less. If there's only a $2 difference, I would go for the book, right? You get the book and the access code, whereas the other way, you just get the access code, which is just a number. So I'd go for the book. Now, if you want to save some money, of course, I would go for option 3, which is not available at the bookstore, but I will tell you about it in their next class session. And that's just $99, which is pretty good. That's the one I would go for, but I'm not you. And if you need to go to the bookstore, those two options there. Again, the top one is the one I would go for. The how's your grade calculated? Basically, it's participation is just 10%. Basically, that's just how active you are in the discussions. And then the homework and quizzes and projects, that counts for 70% of your grade. And then at the end, we have the final exam, which is 20%. What do the assignments do? Basically, it's the start of the next class. And our assignments that I give out today will be due at the start of the next class, which is 10 o'clock, start of the next class. And you can see the assignment due dates on the syllabus. And there, if you're late, okay, if you're late, do the assignments anyway. There's a 5% penalty per day, up to 20%, and you can do it anytime in the course, anytime in the semester. So do it, okay? Do it and get it in there. You can't get 100 if it's late, but you can get something, which is a lot better than a 0. Okay, let's connect to the course site. All right, I'm going to go over here to CSA105.com. You can just type it in, but I'm just going to click on the link here, which will take me right into the course. Here's the home page for the course website, and you can see there's some interesting information here. Okay, what we're going to be doing is for the first few weeks, we'll be using this page here, Basic Concepts. So then later on, we'll go into Microsoft Word, but right now it's Basic Concepts. there's a couple of interesting links here you might want to take a look at. And then there's the syllabus down here. Okay, I'm going to just click on this to see what the syllabus looks like. And here it is here. And I highly suggest you download it on your own and take a look at it and read it. Some good information there. Okay, and there's my phone number, my cell phones. If you need to text me or call me, please feel free to do that within reasonable hours. Is my email address. And there's no office hours, but if you can set up something, we can do a private meeting on the phone or by Zoom. So feel free to do one or the other. Okay, I do suggest you get a USB flash drive here, a USB flash drive, which is more important when we have a course on the campus, but it's still pretty good to have because you can use it to back up your data files, which is always a good thing to do. And if we go down here in the next page, we have the agenda here and the different due dates, and you can take a look at that. We'll probably keep pretty close to this. I doubt we're going to have a snow day nowadays. The snow days are meaningless, unfortunately, but and I don't see anything else. But maybe some, hopefully not, but maybe some problem will come up, and we do have to change it. So when I do change it, make sure to take a look at it and see what the changes are. Okay, so that is our syllabus. All right, I'm going to just minimize this for now. Get back into our slideshow, and I just showed you my website. Okay, for the course, what's the college website? The college website is norwalk.edu, and if you go there, it looks like this. And if you press that My ComNet button, you get into ComNet. Now, what's ComNet? ComNet is basically, whoops, got to move that little orange thing there. And ComNet is basically you need your net ID and a password, and first timers, you need a banner. You need the last four digits of your social security number and the month of your birth. Okay, so if you get that, you can just log in. Okay, click on the banner. Now you take the 8 digits from your banner ID, you cut off the @ sign at the beginning, and then you put the @ sign at the end of the number, and then follow it with student.comnet.edu. And that looks surprisingly like an email address, but it's not. It's your net ID. It's what your username to get onto the computers, to get onto the different systems. And if you were on campus, you would use that to log into the computers. Okay, and then your initial password is the month you were born, 3 letters, capitalized the first letter. For me, it's October, so capital O, with an ampersand, and then the last 4 digits of your social security number. Now, it is not uncommon for the folks in the registrar to make a mistake someplace, so you may use this and it doesn't work. That's okay. Talk to the IT folks, give them a call, and they can straighten it out. Okay, now that's the first initial password. Once you get in, you have to change the password. And basically the rule is you have to have 3, you include characters from 3 of these groups, letters, numerals, capitals, or symbols, and you have to have at least 8 characters. And the examples would be your big fat cat or I hate working. Don't use those because those are pretty common. But something like that is a good example of things that combine capital letters, lowercase letters, symbols, and numbers. Okay, so put those together here, and please write it down. Write down your password so you don't forget it. If you do forget it, I can't help you. You'll have to go to the IT staff and figure out how you can change that. All right. So in any case, just write it down so you don't have a problem. Okay. Now, why use ComNet? ComNet basically has a couple of nice features for you. Number one is an email account, which is very important. You can get free software. The banner systems there are good for checking your grades at the end of the course. And Blackboard. Okay, getting into Blackboard, you have to go through My ComNet. And also, the library has some good resources there as well. This is what My ComNet looks like this year. They changed it. And basically, the 2 most important things are Blackboard there and Banner. Okay, and we'll be especially using Blackboard a lot. If you scroll down a little bit, you come to this section down here, which is you can use to get to your email. Okay, now this is your special email system. Every student has an email account, and this is the main way for the college to contact you. Yes, you have your own personal email account, but the college is not going to use that. They're going to use this email account because it's more secure. So be sure to check it regularly. And if you don't know how to do that, we'll go over that very, very soon. Okay, and how can you get free software? There's a free version of Microsoft apps, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Okay, so if you can't afford it, go out and get it. Normally, you'd pay like $100 a year for this, but you can use it for free. I'm not sure for how long, but it's free and it's pretty good. And you can use it on multiple devices. Okay, if you have 2 or 3 different kinds of computers, you can use it on all of them. And to do that, you can click this link here, and this link is going to be in the PDF file for this video. So take a look at that. Just click on it and do that, and I'll show you how to do it a little easier than this. Okay, now the banner. What is the banner? It's basically a way to check your grades and register for courses, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. And the Blackboard, of course, you probably have some experience with. Every NCC course has a Blackboard section. That Blackboard is very commonly used by a number of different educational institutions, and it combines things like announcements, discussions, and course materials. And you can also have grades, which we won't be doing in this course, and email, which again we won't be doing, but it has a lot of nice features which are pretty good. Okay, ComNet. How to get into ComNet? Go to norc.edu, and you click on the My ComNet button, which is usually the orange thing is lined up a little better than it is now. Okay, so let's go there. Okay, let's click on this link. All right, now this is the college website. I'm going to go up here, click on the My ComNet button. There we go. Click on the login button, and now we have to log in. Okay, finally, here I am in My ComNet. I had to sign in with my net ID and my password. And basically here we have our Blackboard and our banner. To get into Blackboard, you just click on the Blackboard link right here. Takes you into Blackboard eventually. There it is. And all your courses are going to be listed here. These are all of mine. And here's the course right here. Click on this one right here. It takes me into the course. And you can see there. Now my announcements are different than yours, but over here on the left side, there's announcement. There's course content, which gives all the different things. If you click on course content, you go week 1. There's a bunch of information there about week 1, which we're in right now. And there you go. And there's a bunch of videos there you can see. And then if you click on discussions, there's a bunch of discussions right here in this one, your first assignment. Okay, if you have questions or anything, you put them in the questions area. But here, first assignment, this one we'll talk about a little bit later. Okay, so that is Blackboard. And if we go back here, click on the Home tab up here top in Chrome. Let's take a look at Banner. Click on Banner over here. And your banner is going to look a lot different than mine, but basically you can go in there and see your records and check your grades and stuff like that, which is real nice. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back, hit the back button to go back and go down a little bit here, scroll down to see my email. Okay, click here. It says click here to access, actually to launch Outlook Web Access, which Outlook is a program for checking email. And if we click on that, you can see here we've got eventually. There you go. There's a bunch of email here. And the most interesting thing here is if you go up here, click on this button here. This is this 9-dot button here. It's called the App Launcher. If you click on that, it shows a bunch of online apps. These are little small versions of Word and Excel and PowerPoint. Very trimmed down versions you could use from anywhere. Okay, they're free. Anybody could use them. But if you go up here and you click on this button here, this Office 365, click on Office 365, takes you to this, shows you a couple of things here. And over here is this button called Install Office. Now, if you're on your computer and you click that button, Install Office, it will install Office apps, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and some other things onto your computer, whether it's a Mac or a Windows computer. So take advantage of that. If you don't already have those programs, do it. So it's nice. You get the latest version. They'll be constantly updated. So you always have the latest version, and it works for you. And it's free because you're a student. So definitely take advantage of that. It's really a nice feature to have there. Okay, so that's a real good thing. And now what we're going to do is go back into our presentation, and you have an assignment. Okay, there's actually 2 assignments. We'll talk about the other one later, but right now this is a very simple one here. You want to go to Blackboard. If you can get into Blackboard, go to Blackboard and go to discussions and post a new discussion thread. Look for the one that says first assignment and post a new one, just to tell a little bit about yourself, to introduce yourself to your other students. And it's very difficult when you're online to be able to establish relationships with other people. So this is a way of doing that. Put your name, your major, dream job. You might have 3 things you love, whatever those are. And then after you put them, wait a while and then reply to someone else's thread. Okay, just make a nice comment about someone else's thread, some common things that you have, which would be nice. Okay, and just to kind of establish a relationship between you all so you can get to know each other. Okay, so that's good. That's the first assignment. And now we'll go to our next video and we'll talk about how you can create a good password, a very, very important topic.